everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Or, if you're new here, my name is Emmylou and I'm an amateur artist in Mudlark, with a passion for the environment, and this is the autumn episode of my seasonal podcast. In this second episode, and you can find the link to the first one in the description below, I will be talking to you about different types of larking, from beachcombing to mudlarking. Let's start with beachcombing. I recently strolled along the Belgian coast in search for all kinds of things. Since these coasts are very busy, but also cleaned every morning by volunteers at 6 a.m, there was nothing much except lots and lots of seashells. And I spoke about some facts about seashells in my last podcast episode. If you're wondering, Cambridge Dictionary describes beachcombing as being the activity of walking along beaches, looking for objects of value or interest. Since I was beachcombing in Belgium, there are many sea animals that you can come across, and I was lucky enough to spot a seal. We stayed a good length so that they wouldn't be scared, and they seemed to be sunbathing. There weren't many people swimming that day, which may have been the cause of why it was brave enough to come to the shores. Now let's talk about mudlarking. Mudlarking is like scavenging along a riverbank or maybe forgotten stream, going through the mud and finding items of value which may have been lost or thrown out hundreds of years ago. You can find things from coins, pipe bulbs and pottery, to onion bottles, perfume bottle stoppers and even rings. This activity is from the 18th and 19th centuries, when people, often children, would go knee-deep into the mud to try and find things to sell to make money for their family. This was very dangerous at the time, since we did not have the technology we have today to calculate the tides and safe ways to get on and off the shore. This is why in modern times you need a permit to access the Thames from the Port of London Authority, as there are dangerous areas that are not necessarily stable, and you must be aware of the hygienic risks. However, they are currently not issuing new permits due to the historical side of the Thames, but you can read more about that on their website. I think that ArtNet's definition is very good. It says that the practice is called mudlarking, a term drawn from the 18th and 19th century mudlarks who eked out a living scavenging for scraps of metal, rope, coal, or anything else sellable. It was predominantly the occupation of impoverished children and was grueling, hazardous work. Additionally, I thought it would be helpful if I did a short Q&A with 3 questions for you about mudlarking. I will be doing a longer version of this called All About Mudlarking in an upcoming video soon, so make sure you subscribe to learn all about that. Catherine will be interviewing me. So, what's the first question?
Hi Emmylou. So my first question is, what is your favorite place to mudlark?
Some of my favourite finds are from Limehouse, but I usually recommend the area behind the Prospect of Whitby, as there are lots of access routes.
What gear do you recommend for your mudlarking sessions?
I would definitely recommend bringing a hand sanitizer, clothes, a durable bag and good Wellington boots.
My last question is, who is your favorite professional mudlark?
I would say Nicola White, since she was the person who inspired me originally. She interviewed me as well, and you can find the link below. By the way, autumn officially starts on Sunday, September 22nd, 2024, and ends on Saturday, December 21st, 2024. Next, I thought I would share some mudlarking books, which will help you expand your knowledge of the hobby. First of all, there is Mudlarking by Lara Makelem, which I have heard is very good, along with Cabinet of Curiosities, collecting and understanding the wonders of the natural world. The last book I thought I mentioned is In a Mudlarking Year, which I will be reading and reviewing soon. Finally, I want to share 3 poems inspired by autumn, which I wrote. The first one is called In the Falling Leaves. Red, yellow, orange, colours of fall, the falling leaves crunching under my boots, while walking in the crisp air. The colder days have come, with late sunrises and early sets. The mornings are covered in mist, yet Jack Frost is yet to arrive. The second poem is called Autumn Life. Harvest season has begun, with autumnal fruits, pumpkins and more. You put it next to your hot cross bun, which you eat before going down to the foreshore, where you see the birds, huddled up and preparing for the winter ahead. Thank you so much for listening to my autumn podcast episode. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to hear the winter edition, and you can find all the past episodes in the podcast playlist linked below. Bye!